to briefly talk about what we're going to hear today about archive sports and how you don't need to watch the whole match. And you'll get to know more about what the product is. But I'm going to come to you about one more aspect which people don't know about, but all of you have privilege to it. Kapil Paji, about a scorecard. Now we know scorecards, there are a lot of people from the print media here, you read the paper and you see a scorecard. But how about a scorecard? Play as much football as you play cricket. Now the point here is we've talked so much about cricket, but this whole product that we're going to see is not just about cricket. It's going to cover a whole lot of sports, and I'm just going to use Dada to talk about football, because even if you're not in the mood to catch up with what's happening in the world of cricket, it's going to cover all the best football action.
Absolutely, and the English Premier League, the World Cup football is coming shortly in the month of July. I was actually supposed to go to watch it, but unfortunately India played their first test match in Trembridge.
I thought you asked for a leave. You were going to see the football.
Yeah, but I will probably have to be in Trembridge, and then the mobile phone can work and you can watch cricket and football at the same time.
And so many other sports. Yes, thank you Kapil Paji, thank you Sourav. I think that kind of sums up what it is. But I'm going to get the two gentlemen who've been patiently waiting here, and I'm going to start by asking Vivek. I think you already mic'd up, or you're using that? You are using that. I mean, when we're talking about two giants on stage, so I'm going to have...
So, we were looking for somebody to partner with because we wanted to create the best possible model, and we wanted somebody who's got really terrific content, who's got access to content, but even more so, who's got really high commitment to being future ready, to actually delivering this stuff to consumers over the mobile, and is therefore futuristic, and therefore significant amount of work has gone into this project over the last 9 months, I think. And in terms of actually saying that how do we craft a really good user experience, because that's really critical in terms of letting this service take off. So those are the two big reasons: future ready and terrific content.
Well, if I ask one partner, I have to ask the other, Sanjay. So if he's answered why Star, the inevitable question to you, why Vodafone?
Yeah. Before I answer that, I must thank Kapil Paji and Sourav for being there. It's really two of the most iconic cricketers, and thank you for being here and supporting this initiative. As both of you are saying, it is really game changing, the way people consume content. And to come to your question, why Vodafone? I think Vodafone today is one of the largest reach in terms of, we have 160 million people that it reaches out. And out of the 100 million people who are actually ready with feature phones. So 10 crore people have phones on which they consume content. And in my mind, what Vodafone has done, phones were used only for making call survey, making phone calls and voice calls. But what Vodafone has done is very innovative in terms of driving the consumption of data and content, but loosely said data, but content, whether it is photograph, whether it is videos, in a very, very significant way. I think that's one big reason. They've been really innovative. And second big thing in my mind is they're very nimble. And I think as a company, we have found that when you work with Vodafone, they are each step we match. So they are nimble in terms of how they progress from an idea. So this, a project of this kind, which could have taken much more longer. In 9 months, we are now ready to go to consumers with a complete experience of sports, which I think is amazing, and that's why Vodafone is a partner. I wish, as Kapil Paji said earlier, right, when you come earlier, I was there earlier.
And then use the word like nimble.
Yeah, that's a great question, because our core business is really in terms of services, in terms of enabling people to connect, to converse, to connect to the internet. One of the key goals for us, and as Sanjay said, out of 160 million customers that we have, 100 million now have data-enabled handsets. And a significant number now have smartphones as well, about 30%. So what becomes, if you really want to drive mobile internet and in the country, and that's three things. You need phones which are data enabled. You need service providers who can actually reach every corner of the country. So whether you're sitting in Bahraich, or you're sitting in Gonda, or you're sitting in Tirunelveli in some remote village, you can access the internet. And the third thing that you need is really top quality content. And these are the three things which to my mind are going to drive mobile internet. And it's really interesting in a sense that Kapil spoke about the fact that India, in many ways, if you take mobile internet, is actually at the forefront. And if you take Vodafone, for example, the consumption of mobile internet for us is the second highest in India, anywhere in the world. So we are second only to Germany in terms of actual consumption of mobile internet. And you know, mobile internet is not very old in this country. So we are moving at a really rapid pace. And our mission would be to actually make this service available to more and more customers everywhere.
But Sanjay, we've seen Star India make... Yes, if you could ask all of you gentlemen to be up here. Please, all four of you. Don't go off yet, Sourav. That's a proper partnership, let's get close. Come up on stage, I'm not going to say who you are. You can meet everybody else. Okay, I'm going to ask. They wanted the sweet spot of the phone. Any moment Kapil Paju is going to do a masterclass on the sweet spot of the bat, but we prevented him from doing that. So if you could all request the photographers to just allow for 2 left.